Hello everyone, it's December 3rd and it's the afternoon on a Wednesday and we got 5 inches of snow here in Mount Orab. Look at this, looks really nice with all the snow. It is starting to melt a little bit though because the ground was already warm and it's in the 30s right now. So it's above freezing and the snow is starting to melt, but still it looks pretty cool. We got a train coming. Oh, the conductor is right down there. Let's see, where is he? There he is. There's the conductor for Cincinnati Eastern Railroad. He's going inside the crossing shanty, and when the train gets close to the crossing, he'll push a button in there, and that'll make the gates activate. The lights will come on, the bell will ding, and gates will go down, and then he'll do a roll-by inspection on the train, and he'll let the engineer know everything came out okay. So that's where the conductor's at right now, waiting for the train. Train's coming from this way. You got a loaded rock train. Can't wait to see how many cars they got. Go ahead and start the video, son. Here we go. Downtown Mount Orab, Ohio, December 3rd, 2025. Okay, here's a look at the top of the rail. You can tell a high rail truck's been by. See the tire tracks that are in the rust? I think this is the first train of the week. I believe it's the first one of the week. Nothing went through yesterday, and today's Wednesday. So I kind of don't think anything went through on Monday. Should be here in a few minutes. I hear the bells behind me. Lights and gates. The conductor just told the engineer, lights and gates, they're working. There's a little bit of a grade coming up out of Mount Orab. That's why you hear them notching up. Hey, this is a good one. Gotta be 20 something on here. Got a flag on the back. Now listen for the conductor. You'll hear him tell the engineer that everything was good. He'll give a roll-by inspection in just a minute. Good roll-by. Good roll-by, he said. So he's just now coming out of the crossing shanty. And then he'll chase the train. He'll do another roll-by on it, and then he'll meet the train up at Afton Yard after it goes up Williamsburg Hill. So we're going to go over to the hill, catch them there. That's always the grand finale of the video, watching those locomotives work hard. Let's have a quick look at the rail, see how shiny it is here. Look at that. That made a big difference. That got it all shined up. There's the train station, the Batmobile with Chessie, and the old caboose. All right, let's go get them again. Here we go. Bud, wait, there's more, says Chessie. There she is. She's waiting for the train. Look at that, she's got a good view. Railroad crossing is right there. She's looking, and she's waiting. There's my new mirror. Got that from Ralph. Thanks, Ralph. We'll catch you up there in Canova. And here's the railroad crossing, Eastwood Road, the very western edge of Mount Orab. Mount Orab actually annexed in all the way out to Route 32 and Eastwood Road, probably, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, something like that. So Mount Orab is a very long town. It's probably 5 miles or so from the main part of Mount Orab just to here. So they cover a lot of territory. Mount Orab Fire Department's got 3 stations. They've got a station over here on Eastwood. It used to be some kind of like an auto mechanic building. It's down at the corner of Eastwood and 32. Main station is up in town in Mount Orab. Then they've got another station that they just built 10 or 15 years ago at Greenbush. Trains will come from that direction. Should be here any time. All right, here we go. Coming through the snow. There you go, we got both sides of the train. The car on the front is railroad ties, that gondola. Then you got about 22 other carloads of rock. So I counted, I believe, 23 cars on this train, which just happened to be my lucky number. 23 is my lucky number. All right, let's see. I'll tell you about that in a second. There's my truck over there. Make sure there's no cars coming. When I worked for the health department, my employee number was 23. When I was on the softball league for quite a few years, my uniform number was 23. And when I was a little kid, the school bus that I rode on for years was bus number 23. There was something else too, and I forgot what it was. So 23 is my number. Now let's go to Williamsburg and get them on the hill for the grand finale. Here we go. Cool, look at that. Oh, that's cool looking. All right, here we go. Main Street this time. Getting ready to come up the hill, downtown Williamsburg. Trying to get some different angles. Here we go, running up the hill. Working hard. Listen to that. Notching down after getting up to the summit of the hill. They'll be approaching Afton Yard in a few minutes. That's where they're going to stop the train. This is Main Street in Williamsburg. That was a good chase. I know Chesty liked it. Chesty gets all excited. She jumps on me. Sometimes she gets mud on me. That's okay. Chesty's a good dog. And there you go. That's it. About milepost 33. This is the Cincinnati Eastern Railroad, and they lease this line from Norfolk Southern. They lease 69 route miles of track, plus they've got numerous sidings and spurs. They have an interchange with Norfolk Southern at Marymount, Ohio. That's on the east side of Cincinnati. So that's where the interchange is with Norfolk Southern. It's at Marymount. And then they can run from milepost 9 at Marymount. They run all the way out to milepost 78, 78.4, something like that, at Plum Run, Ohio. And it is possible, if they needed to, they could get another 4.5 miles. They could open up another 4.5 miles to store railroad cars, but I kind of doubt this ever going to happen. I mean, it's still theoretically possible to do if they had the need for it. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Check out another one of my videos to help my channel out. You got to pay for that gas somehow. All right, we'll see you later. But wait, there's more. There always is. Hey, we got another train coming. Here we go. Check this out. We got a clear signal for track 1. See that signal on the left? The light on the top just went to green. Right there. So we got a train coming on track 1. So let's find a spot to get it. I hope that shows up. Right there. This is right at the interchange of CSX and Norfolk Southern. The tracks next to me are both CSX, and the Norfolk Southern track goes off right over there. See where that little electrical cabinet is? Right next to that. That's the Norfolk Southern line. This is where they come together, right here. The interchange. You can see them better right there. CSX and Norfolk Southern. 3 tracks that come into 2. So let's get a spot up here and get this train. All right, here comes the train. CSX train. I got a different location. It's called Butler Street. Brand new gone right there. See that? Brand new car. I saw a bunch of those a couple weeks ago that were just built in November this year. here this December. All right, that was a good monster train. Yeah, that was a good one. All right, there you go. Thanks for watching. Let's see if we get something else down through here. Well, there it is. There's the Hamilton Depot. Nothing else has gone on since last time I was here, but at least they got the roof fixed. The roof looks really good. It's a slow project, but it's coming along and it looks really good. That's the Hamilton Depot, downtown Hamilton, Ohio.